Now to analysis of tonight's debate and how Clinton and Sanders are positioned going into a critical primary next week. Joining us now are James Taylor, professor of politics at the University of San Francisco, and from Petaluma, political analyst Brian Sobel.
Thank you both for joining us tonight. First to you, Brian. Sanders and Clinton, they really went after each other tonight. Who do you think was the most effective this evening and why?
Well, I think basically, Frank, it was somewhat of a draw. But going into it, Sanders really had to make his mark because he's behind in the polling, not doing as well as Clinton in New York City, but doing very well in upstate New York. So he really had to bring the fight to Clinton, and I thought he did so. I thought it was the most lively of all the Democratic debates, and it was filled with substance. I thought it was a very, very good debate, all things considered.
Brian, the Real Clear Politics average of polls has Hillary Clinton up by 14 points. Do you think that Sanders, you said that he did well, you think, with voters in upstate New York, do you think he moved the needle at all? And what if he does close the gap? What if he does tie Clinton or beat Clinton in New York? What would that mean?
Well, it would be huge, Frank, and that's what he's hoping for. He is down in the polling that we've looked at. You mentioned 14 points, that's right. And so this is a huge election for him, a huge primary. But if he can score a win, or if he can come very, very close, it continues this momentum that he was referring to. It's very, very important, frankly, for him to do well in New York.
And whoever wins New York, I think, wins California. And whoever wins California will definitely be the nominee. There's a slight chance that Hillary can close the gap by the end of this month if she can win New York and then win the next 5 states. And then, California won't be as significant. But in the short term, California, can become a factor, eventually. But right now, for the month of April, I think Hillary Clinton is on the verge of closing this whole campaign.
James, would you agree?
Or Brian, you mean?
Brian,
yeah,
Brian. Brian, would you agree?
Yeah, well, we will see. That is a sort of a run-the-table scenario. I'm not sure we're there yet, and I'm not sure that the math, at the end of the day, delivers all the delegates that Hillary Clinton needs. But she clearly, if she can win New York, starts picking up the momentum that she can take further on. And we'll just have to see how it goes. On both sides, both the GOP side and the Dem side, lots of open questions still.
Yeah.